This is the A-10 Thunderbolt II, better known as the Warthog. It's slow, it's ugly, and it's absolutely fearless. Designed to fly into enemy fire and come out alive, the A-10 is the most survivable aircraft in modern combat aviation. The Warthog was born in the 1970s for a single mission: close air support. That means flying low and slow over the battlefield, giving cover to troops, and taking out tanks with brutal efficiency. But what really sets the A-10 apart is how it's built. Not for stealth, not for speed, but for survival. Its airframe is wrapped around a titanium armor, bathtub, a 1,200-pound shell that surrounds the pilot and shields them from 23mm anti-aircraft rounds. The twin engines? Those are General Electric TF-34 GE100 turbofans. They're mounted high, behind the wings, away from ground fire and far apart to reduce the chance of both being knocked out. The Warthog doesn't just sound tough, it's proven it in combat over and over again. In 2003, during Operation Iraqi Freedom, Captain Kim Campbell's A-10 was hit by enemy fire over Baghdad. The jet lost all hydraulics, the tail was heavily damaged, and she had to switch to manual flight control, a backup system rarely used in modern jets. Despite everything, she flew it 300 miles back to base. Another story comes from Desert Storm in 1991. One A-10 returned with part of its wing blown off, a destroyed engine, and damage to 3 hydraulic systems, and still landed safely. In fact, some A-10s have flown back with over 300 bullet holes, shrapnel through the fuselage, and systems offline, but they kept going. The A-10 is loaded with backup systems. If one hydraulic system fails, there's another. If those go out, there's a manual reversion system with cables and pulleys, letting the pilot physically control the flight surfaces. Fuel tanks are protected with foam and designed to seal themselves after being punctured, and the plane's structure includes multiple layers of redundancy, with armor plating in critical areas and spaced out flight control cables to reduce vulnerability. And then there's the gun, the legendary GAU-8 Avenger. A 30mm rotary cannon mounted directly through the aircraft's centerline. It fires depleted uranium shells at 3,900 rounds per minute, designed to rip through armor like paper. The Warthog isn't built to carry the gun was built first. Then the A-10 was built around it. That's how central firepower is to this aircraft's identity. Despite being introduced in 1977, the A-10 is still flying today. It's been deployed in every major US conflict since the Gulf War, including Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and most recently, NATO training missions. There have been attempts to retire it, replaced by more modern jets like the F-35, but nothing beats the Warthog for close air support, and nothing beats its survivability. The A-10 is ugly, outdated, and slow. But for ground troops, it's a guardian angel with wings. It was built to take a beating and still bring its pilot and its cannon home. And that's exactly what it's done for nearly 50 years. If you're into machines that push the limits of what's possible in air, sea, or space, you're already one of us. Hit subscribe for more on Throttle Theory.